Now that we're live, we're here at Independent Title. We're doing a double closing. This is Chad's first double closing deal, and these are all my mentor students, including the cameraman. You guys know Reese Santiago. When I'm with this guy here, I mean it's time to get paid.
It's payday, baby.
It's payday. So this is a double closing process. So a lot of paperwork involved. Chad is going to just sign over the documents, and Reed will explain certain information and certain information he cannot explain. So he's going to go through that process. So, Reed.
All right. So to start, we got our A to B closing here. All right. So here's your closing statements, which is essentially a fancy Excel spreadsheet of the costs and the fees incurred within a closing. So, anyways, to start out, the left side is the buyer side, right side is the seller side. You'll see as we start out here, your purchase price, we would start deducting fees on the way down, start adding them on this side. All right, so at the end of the day, you're under contract for $80,000. With closing costs, you're roughly bringing $80,404 to closing, and we're going to pay you back on the back end. You resold it for $100,000, so including closing costs or minus closing costs, roughly you're making $17,187.40 after taxes.
After taxes.
That's after taxes.
So what that means is that if we were to do a direct assignment, we would have net $20,000 net. So the fact that we're doing two closings for one deal, we have to pay double taxes. Taxes on the A to B contract and taxes on the B to C contract. So therefore, we lose a little bit of money, but we still making a profit because it only costs us about almost $2,000 just to do for marketing expenses, and now we're about to make $17,000 in profits. So.
Yep. So anyways, with that being said, we kind of just move through the documents and we sign. So pretty much you take your favorite pen that you see here, whatever one you want, and we start signing.
We're gonna sign it.
So, for instance, we're going to have you sign as the buyer on the first one. So right now you're buying the property. You're going to sign right here, your LLC. This is the lengthy part of the closing right here. It's getting through these documents. One more for good measure, just in case I spill some coffee on it. It's unlikely. Okay. These are the seller's documents. This is the warranty deed. The seller will be signing this at closing. We'll be issuing them a check. And you're going to be signing your buyer's documents. Okay. This is a general compliance agreement. It says in the event that we need you to re-sign any documents in the future that you'll be there to assist us. It also is a non-coercion statement. This document says that no one held a gun to your head to get to this point. This is a general information form. I'll go ahead and get all your information later on, so go ahead and sign there, and I'll have to fill it out later. For the sake of keeping pace.
As you explained it, Chad's like, man, let me just sign.
Yeah, I know, that's the thing, is that eventually, as time goes on, you just start scribbling. These are not specific to your transaction, they're just specific to every real estate transaction.
Right.
Okay? So now that you've purchased the property, on paper, you purchased it. Now, we haven't purchased it in escrow, but on paper, we have purchased it. We are going to now resell it. So now we do the same thing, but now you're doing it from the seller's perspective. So now here's a closing statement for the B to C, as we were going over before, that shows your spread. Now you're going to be signing as the seller. We're going to do 2 copies, just like before. They're exactly the same. All right. Now things are a little bit different this time around. This time you're going to be signing the seller's documents, which is pretty much you vesting the property to your buyer. So just to certify that you are who you are, we had you sign what we call an LLC affidavit, a limited liability company affidavit. This service certifies that you are the acting manager of your corporation.
So what just happened was Chad just got done signing documents for this A to B side?
Yep.
For A to B side. And so therefore we're going to be paying taxes on this transaction.
And
now
for title insurance on this transaction.
Right.
This time we're paying taxes on the sale.
Right, but I'm saying in regards to, the double closing process, like
Correct.
A to B, B to C, whatnot. So I'm trying to show them that there's 2 different steps where there's the A to B side and the B to C side right now. So right now we're going over, what side is this?
This is B to C.
This is the B to C transaction.
So now he's selling, and now we're signing our seller's documents.
Right.
All right, now may I see your driver's license real quick? I'm going to certify you're Mr. Chandler. Thanks, sir. on to this, make a copy of it later, okay? Alright, now here's the warranty deed. This vests, like we were saying before, this transfers the property from you to the buyer. You don't need to sign the whole harness for no survey or homeowner's insurance, since this time you're selling the property. As far as disbursements, you're going to want to receive a check or a wire transfer.
Check.
You can do a check? Alright, let's do that. Go ahead and sign right here. You can always switch it up. Just let me know.
Yeah, it gets boring after the. You pick up the check the first couple of deals, and after that you're like, let me just get
the wire,
Take
clear
a
it
picture of your
faster.
first check.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
picture of the first check, absolutely. Okay, so that's all the paperwork for a double closing, which is, you know, not that much, but it's enough to bore you a little bit.
Right. You're still
yeah.
excited because you're about to make some money, so
Correct.
it's like whatever. So he's just like dazing out and just out and just starts scribbling anywhere.
Exactly, exactly.
Right. So what just happened now? We just signed a document, so therefore the buyer and the seller has to come in another day to close their side of the transaction off. And once that happened, we wait for the buyer to deposit his funds into escrow. And once the buyer deposits his funds into escrow, that's when I like to breathe. That's when I can relax.
Correct.
That means closing will happen. So right now we're still safe because we know the buyer is serious as far as closing on this deal, but he hasn't deposited his remaining funds yet. So
Correct.
until that happens, then we can relax. So this is just another day of closing for me. I always close with Reed Santiago. Always. Reed done some great things for me, man. I don't know if I can say it online. I mean, but this guy, like, I've been with you for about, what, 3 years or so?
Yeah,
something like that?
4 years now.
And we're so close where we can even text each other, you know, like, hey man, I need help with this, what does this mean, da da da, he'll respond back to me. You don't get that a lot with other title companies. I don't know if he does that with other his clients.
Just about everyone gets my card can have my cell phone number. We're open 24 hours a day essentially, and
Right.
available
Right,
up till midnight.
right. That's that. That's the double closing process.
Yep.
A mentor student, Reed Santiago at Independent Title.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys. It's a wrap.
Signing off. All right.
That's
Congratulations.